Welcome to my thoughts on the Fifth Doctor's episodes in Doctor Who, because apparently I made one for all the previous ones, so I'm doing it again. Castrovalva. Castrovalva was alright. It felt like it was two plots that were stitched together. It continued off from the Fourth Doctor's episode, and I liked it. Like, the part where they were in Castrovalva was a bit dull, but I liked when reality began to collapse. Fourth Doomsday was meh. The part was like Tegan's drawing being copied was interesting, but as a person, but just it didn't go anywhere that was genuinely full on interesting. It had like people turned into like robots to live forever. Kinda, I remember it being really good when I first saw it, but it had some boring parts that held it back. But I liked the surreal imagery and some of the plot. The Visitation, meh. Villain, meh. One of the actors, meh. Meh, everything. Black Orchid. Can we go back to The Visitation? Black Orchid was terrible. Earthshock. It used the Cybermen very well, but it doesn't actually have them try to convert anyone, so it's okay, I guess. Time Flight. Bad. Also, Grandma died at like the halfway point of it. Like, I get a call. I get told at like 11 that my grandma died. Like, directly in the middle of the episode. Like, earlier in the middle of the episode, I think. That's the only memorable thing about Time Flight. Beyond that, it was boring, bad. It brought the Master back pointlessly and in a contrived way. Arc of Infinity. If you think Omega's depiction in the new series recently sucked, want to see him be in photo negative and then run around a carnival and vaguely scare a child and then decay? No, that's stupid. When I saw it, it was stupid. Snake Dance did not work. I preferred the first one far more. Mordrin Undead was good. I liked the time travel plot going on. I like how it brought back the Brigadier. I also watched the Time Crash episode at some point and the Earth Shock Part 5 short episode. Those were short episodes. They were okay for what they were. Terminus. Wait, what was Terminus? And Terminus was that boring one on like a spaceship. It sucked. I liked Enlightenment. I like how the Black Guardian was actually made like an actual villain and not just a throwaway thing, where I couldn't even tell if there were two Guardians or not. I just thought it was the Guardian of Time, as it was one guy. The King's Demons, no thanks. The Five Doctors. It just felt like an excuse for action scenes and character meetups, and Sarah Jane was written more like her earlier appearances and not her later appearances. I didn't like that very much. Warriors of the Deep was so bad it made the BBC cancel the show in 1989, and it just had like two sets. One set they didn't even move the camera around in. It was just some wall with cave with green lighting. It was terrible. The Awakening. I liked The Awakening. It was like a war reenactment. It blurred the line between a modern Earth plot and an episode set in the past of Earth. Frontas was... I forget. What was Frontas? But I don't. Oh yeah, it was that like... It was another one with a boring set and some like untrustworthy old guy that I didn't like it and found it boring. Resurrection of the Daleks was okay. It was far better than their previous two appearances, which was the Five Doctors and Davros and a terrible actor and exploding jelly babies in a quarry and bad Dalek writing. Like, Resurrection was far better than that, but nothing amazing. Planet of Fire, it was an okay semi-final. The Caves of Androzani, I expected an amazing episode. Well, it was okay. No, it was good. It wasn't amazing, though. Like, I like how it was dark. I don't know, maybe it was amazing because it was one of the few dark episodes at the time. I don't know. Like, it was still good. It was a little dull at points, but I liked it. Okay, on to the worst era of the show, according to people from the 1980s. Then again, they claim the worst era of the show in the 2010s was the Jodie era. Now they're claiming it's the... Yeah, what era? I don't know. I don't know. If the Twin Dilemma is that bad, you'll see a video where I discuss it or talk about how bad it is immediately after this one. Well, I like the Fifth Doctor's run on the show.